Of the following program were pre-recorded.
This is 1310 WIBA Madison, the exclusive audio home of NBC's coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympics. Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin is on the air. Talking Golf is brought to you by American Family Insurance, TPC Wisconsin, Oak Park Place, Wild Rock Golf Club, Zimbrick Mercedes-Benz of Madison. Also, University Ridge Golf Course, Ridge Top Exteriors, Cleary Building Corp., and Nevada Bobs. Now from the new home of TPC Wisconsin in Madison, here are the hosts of Talking Golf. Member of the Wisconsin Golf Hall of Fame, the legendary Dennis Tiziani. Longtime Madison sportscaster Paul Braun. And Wisconsin sports veteran and statewide radio host Mike Heller.
Welcome to another edition of Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin, along with Mike Heller, Dennis Tiziani, Dave McCann, our engineer. I'm Paul Brown, and another week of golf, and we're going to kick it off talking about the John Deere. Bobbi Stricker will be with us a little bit later in the show. Gary D'Amato will be here. Meanwhile, we've got a number of issues that we're going to talk about, and Tiz, starting with the John Deere. Davis Thompson, 28 under par. You had 16 players who were 20 under or more, but when you look at the name players in that tournament, the top one that kind of popped up was Lucas Glover, tied for 23rd with Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, and Zach Johnson at 26th, and that kind of thing. You got a bunch of people that you don't even recognize doing pretty well right now on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, they are good players. There's no question about it. 28 under, 25 under. I mean, come on. I don't care if you're playing a par 3. That's a good score.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And but it's a tribute to the course, too. It's in tremendous condition. They had preferred lies so you could tee it up. But, you know, I go into the political part a little bit, and the tour has been a closed shop for a long time. And they should open it up more to more people like that playing. But you got some guys in there now that have made a lot of money, have a different deal with family and all that sort of stuff. They're not playing as many tournaments. They've got other issues, other things they're doing. They have business ventures and like. But I just think they ought to open it up to more players. There's a lot more players than what's there that are really good players in this country. Live Golf, of course, I think hurt a little bit, because there are some players there. But, that'll get old too. Some of those players are having a hard time here. One guy did okay, DeChambeau.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did pretty good. But there's a lot of other guys I look there that are playing out there that they aren't, you don't even hear about them anymore.
Luke Clanton is an amateur. He finished tied for second in this
24
tournament.
under.
24 under.
24.
63, 67, 67, 63.
Right.
And he didn't take home a penny because he's an amateur. Back-to-back top tens.
That you know about.
Well, correct. He didn't take home any prize money.
Yeah, that's right. That you know about it. Yeah, they'll give you 10 John Deeres you can go and sell or something like that. No, but there's a lot to what's going on there, and you'll see more of that. Wouldn't surprise me, these major tournaments, you're going to see these boys going to be right up there. There's some great players there. But the course is a great shape. This guy made putts. I mean, holy man. You go around with this 21, 22 putts, and you're hitting the greens. You figure it out. 36, 21. Wow, you're playing the greens in 15 under.
Right. And where they're hitting them on the greens, they can control the heck out of it. It's staying where they hit it. They can fire at flag sticks. They don't have to worry about bounce and spin too much.
Number 10, hitting an iron to that.
Yeah.
You've been there? I've been there a number of times, obviously, watching Steve play. That's a layup. There's no such thing as you're hitting it in two.
Yeah.
They're hitting an iron on the green.
Question for you. Spieth was quoted as saying over the weekend, in terms of the quality of the golf course and how difficult it is. It would rate in the bottom half of
Yeah.
the tours they play on throughout the year.
No question. It's a golf club. It's not a tour course. They tried to make it, and we said this before, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig, You get these courses that they build now that are tour courses, whole different ball game than going to a private club. Now, there are some private clubs. We played that one out in Rhode Island, and they can make those things almost unplayable. They did that at Century World. The business at number 2 at Pinehurst.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Right. It's a joke.
Steve had such great success at John Deere. Why?
Well, it's called putting.
Yeah.
This guy can putt, and I just probably the greatest hole I've ever seen played. The 18th, when he won there the second or third time, he hit it in the bunker on the left.
Yep.
There's a bunker there on the left. Remember that?
Yep.
And so his caddy, Jimmy, says, well, we just hit it out there right in the front. We'll get it up and down. We win. Oh, no. 6-iron. Upside down, up, hits it on the green, and then makes the putt for 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. You got to play a player like that.
I have the photo of him where he's pumping.
Yeah.
I think that's as much emotion as I've ever seen Steve show on a golf course.
Oh, yeah. It was phenomenal. I mean, there's no way you'd do. I mean, there's water over here. If he hits it in the water, he loses. Hits it on a green, and then he makes it besides. But putting was the key, and we'll see him back at it again. I think that made it to the grinder, that one putter.
Oh, did it? It's not going to be at Bridgestone, huh? So the next Bridgestone.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I was with them today,
okay.
right? So they play a game, Bobbi and Steve. Steve give her a stroke, I think, at 6 and 9. She plays from the 3, he plays from the 1s.
Yeah.
So yesterday, she called me up. Grandpa, you won't believe it. I beat Dad.
Really?
Yeah, I beat him 2-up.
We can ask her about that a little later.
Ask her, I beat Dad. So she was happy. So I went to see him today, right?
Yeah?
Well, how you doing? She didn't want to talk about it. She was already 2 or 3 down. So I watched him play. I watched him play 1 and 2. He did 10 feet, made it about 8 feet, and made it again. So I said, well, you'll be able to go home from number 6 and take a rest. He's going to beat you.
One more question on the John Deere, unless Mike has a follow-up. Part of your staff was down there over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
What was the purpose of that, and what did they learn? Obviously, they're watching and getting a feel for running a tournament and those kind of thing, and what some of the requirements
Well, our whole
are.
green staff was there, and that was good. They were there. Eric was there for a day, the assistant, and the 2 assistants were there for a day, and Tony was down for the foreman. He was down there for a day. So they could see all the stuff that has to go down, how many people there's needed, when they got to start. I mean, it's going to be a real, not a challenge, but it's going to be their first time through it. And like the people there said, it was a complete cluster, when they first did it, but now, boy, it goes like that. And then Dave was down, Ole was down too, so he was with the GM there and got ideas on what to do and how we're going to set up merchandising and stuff like that. So this is about the 5th or 6th meeting, though. You've had a number of meetings with they've been here a number of times, they be an American family. So I think that we have, 1,000 or 1,100 volunteers.
That's about the number, yeah.
Yeah, they had 2,200.
Wow.
So they're really into it. John Deere does a good job there, much like American Family does here. If it wasn't for American Family, really doing it, then we wouldn't have the.
They get people that come from all over to be part of the greenskeeper crew, don't they? And that's a pretty large crew, isn't it?
Well,
for a
you
tournament?
need, and those guys volunteer because they want to be a part of, and that'll happen here too, where we'll have people from, Eric is pretty well known within his group, and they'll be here to help out and to be here for it. But this one here, I don't know, it'll be a lot easier because of the layout and the way it's laid out.
Right.
I look at that. We got 18 greens, and the greens are smaller. So we got to cut the greens.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to put the holes in. Tee markers, big deal. The rough, we took all the trees out, so you don't have to worry about that. So those mowers that we have, they cut this up no problem at all. So I don't know. Of course, they know me oversimplifying some of these things, and there's a lot to do with it. But the real stuff has to be done now. And you're out there right now. You're taking care of and doing preventive stuff rather than reactive fertilizing. You're doing. Today I watched them do that, and it's beautiful, And but this is different now. This is be a tour course here.
Yeah.
Where, they just didn't put in sand traps or didn't put in mounds someplace after the fact. It's all part of. The mounds and the surrounds here are part of the green structure. Bunkers, everything is done totally. It'll be very interesting to see when they play from wherever they play from here.
Mike, I don't know about you, but I'm noticing more fescue is growing. Did you have?
Oh, everything's growing now. We've had enough rain, and now it's warm, and there's stuff growing up out here.
Well, they do that. And I told you about the watering. When we had the old place, we had 303 sprinkler heads. What do you think we got now?
Over 1,000.
1,850 sprinkler heads.
Yeah.
So, that's the difference, when you get it now. So every square inch. And, of course, some of that water goes into the areas that used to be canals before because we've got a 3-year contract with our environmental company to get rid of the invasive species, which they did, and then they planted flowers. So it won't be long. There'll be flowers in the middle. It'll be beautiful when you go around.
Let me go to the topic we're going to talk about with Gary D'Amato in the next segment. So Keegan Bradley is going to be the Ryder Cup captain for...
He signaled how he feels about this.
That's all right. We want to get his thoughts. I know he's got some thoughts on it, so let me set it up. Next year, the Ryder Cup is at Bethpage Black, stateside, and it was long thought that Tiger Woods was going to be the captain, and apparently he has declined that invitation to be the captain, and Keegan Bradley, who has been in 2 Ryder Cups, has won 6 times on the tour, 1 major championship. He's going to be the captain next year. It was really interesting because he was left off the team last year in the captain's picks, and it was pretty well documented on the Netflix series Full Swing. But Keegan Bradley is going to be the captain. Now, Dennis, I'm going to set you up on this because we talked about this before the show.
Here we go.
The captaincy can matter, but you're all about pick the right players and you'll win.
Players win the event. Captains don't win the event. Who he gets for assistant captains that can relate to each and individual player to motivate them and getting. Well, that's another whole story. Tiger Woods being the captain, I don't know if I want to play. You'd never have me on TV because the TV would be on him all the time.
Certainly would be the center of attention.
Oh, yeah. What is that? The picking the right players. Now I'll go back to a captain that I know did a good job. He won. He has the scoring average, right? He has more points. He has the record. But look at the people he had as his assistants. Guys that have won tournaments, guys that were a kind of a step back, made the player more important. Now I can remember way back when Lee Trevino was one of them. Nicholas was okay. But you see, they were the center of attention. They were the number 1 players. That's where they went. It was very difficult to go ahead. Trevino didn't even go ahead and get in the same room with these guys.
Well, to that end, Keegan Bradley certainly won't be the center of attention.
That's what I'm pointing. I don't have a problem with him being it. I don't know. Certainly he's not there based on his outstanding performance as a tour player. I don't see. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
But he may be smart enough, I'm hoping, to pick the right players. Example, Scheffler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Steve picked him out of the woodwork someplace.
They said, who's he?
Who is he? Well, he knew about it, and players knew about it because in the money games that they play during the week, Scheffler wins all the money. He's a money player, and he's showing that he is. And, I know how he feels about Steve picking him because that was the start. He took on the number 1 player of the world and beat him 4-3. He beat that guy. What is his name? Live guy. Upside down, chunky guy. And anyway, that is the real deal.
John Rahm.
John Rahm, that's the guy. You don't even hear about him.
I had to figure out upside down chunky guy was not the best clue I've ever gotten.
I hadn't figured it out yet either, Mike.
He'd be pretty good on Password. You ever watch Password?
Yeah.
But that's the deal. You know, he's got a good background.
Yeah.
You know, his aunt is very good, Bradley.
Okay.
She's very good too. So I mean, he's got a lot of stuff, innate to be good at this. But I just hope that he picks the right people. There are some people out there that, I don't know, but in fairness, they have a lot of money. They're young guys. They just got married. They have families. It's a pull away from them. And if you don't give this thing 100% attention, it's not going to work.
Do you think part of it, Dennis, obviously among them, is political? There's a lot of political stuff that goes on there.
Well, until it comes time to play. Because remember, you judge the size of the tour player, right, by how much money he makes.
Yeah.
There is nothing there. And I told you about scoring average. Well, it's the same. 68 point something is the low average. When I played, there was maybe 4 or 5 of those guys. Now there's 25 guys that are shooting that. So, but the players are bigger. They're stronger. The courses are shorter because of the equipment. And that ain't all. They're just better physically.
Yes.
And they hit the ball. I mean, like I told you, in that 10th hole at John Deere, they were hitting irons on the green. There's no way that could be, especially when there's no roll.
Yeah. Gary D'Amato is going to join us on the other side. We'll further the conversation on Keegan Bradley. Maybe see if we can get any insight on if they anticipated the Tiger would say no. So we'll get into some of that. Also talk about the senior, the PGA Champions Tour goes to Firestone South this week. That's why Steve is not with us tonight. He's going to head there now and get ready to see what he can do in the final.
He'll win again.
There's a prediction right there. Go ahead and put some money on it. We'll see what happens. It's Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin. Back in a moment.
I would put a lot of.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's the best part. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, we have a dog, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
TPC Wisconsin offers fantastic facilities for the whole family. They not only provide members with 18 holes of an elite golfing caliber challenge, but an Olympic-sized swimming pool, spacious accommodations for family gatherings, weddings, corporate business meetings, and a variety of programs for the junior golfers. Question is, are you up for the TPC Wisconsin fantastic facilities? Now's the time to tee up a TPC membership. Call 608-249-1000.
Hi, I'm Sean Cleary. When you construct a Cleary building, you become part of the amazing Cleary team we are so proud of. One thing to be aware of.
Gary D'Amato is ready.
Our team has a tendency to switch to golf lingo on the job site.
Jim, you better take a mulligan on that.
Rest assured you are still getting the best quality. The best. Hey, is that crane getting close to?
4!
Go for the green with a new Cleary building, like the one at TPC Wisconsin.
Now is the time to take the short drive to Wild Rock Golf Club and experience championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Located in the Wisconsin Dells, this Herdston Fry masterpiece offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes with greens that roll fast and true. Cut from the natural beauty of the Dells, Wild Rock is sure to dazzle your senses. Secluded and sheltered from the outside world, Wild Rock is unlike any place you played before. Come be part of the Wild Rock experience by booking your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
Are you in need of expert exterior renovations? Look no further than Ridgetop Exteriors. For over 22 years, we've been the trusted name in roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutter replacements. With a track record of excellence on our Google reviews, we take pride in transforming houses into dream homes. Visit us today at ridgetopexteriors.com for a free consultation. That's ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, your trusted local affordable partners.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's the best part. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Well, we continue on Talking Golf on this Monday in the middle of July, early part of July. We hope you had a happy 4th of July. Mike Heller, Paul Braun, Dennis Tiziani with you, and we welcome in Gary D'Amato of Wisconsin.golf, president of the National Golf Writers Association of America. And I was wondering if we would have any news today, and then we got news today. Gary, I want to get your reaction to Tiger Woods eschewing the opportunity to captain the 2025 Ryder Cup at Bethpage. And it is Keegan Bradley, and I just can't imagine that isn't shocking to most people who are following this. I don't think that I'll get your reaction. Very surprising?
Yeah, it is definitely surprising. Although, when it comes to Tiger, he's been hemming and hawing about this, and they said they've been talking about it now for months. So I think the longer that time went on, the more it seemed apparent that he was not going to be the captain of the Ryder Cup team. Keegan Bradley, a little bit of a surprise pick. I like the pick, but a little bit of a surprise, especially since he lobbied, pretty hard to be on the last Ryder Cup team and last couple actually, and wasn't a captain's pick. So, but interesting choice.
He's got his Ryder Cup players bag from, I believe, 2014 that he never opened. He said he wouldn't open it for hopes that he would be on another team and open it if he won. Now he's got a chance to captain the team next year. Dennis brought up an interesting point earlier. If Tiger's the captain in 2025, he is going to be the center of attention just because it's Tiger Woods as the captain of the Ryder Cup. Do you think this maybe helps the team have their own identity rather than the identity of the captain?
I think every team takes on a little bit of the identity of the captain. I think you go back and look at some of the teams we've had in the past for the U.S. Side, and they've all kind of taken on some of the characteristics of the captain, I think. And like in Stricker's case, calm, cool, collected, unflappable, and I think the team, reflected that a little bit. So Keegan is a wired up, amped up kind of guy, especially when it comes to patriotism and, loving the USA and Team USA and all it stands for. So I think we're going to see a lot of patriotic fervor, I think, at this next Ryder Cup, especially, that's for sure.
I think you should run for third-party president. That's what I think. That was pretty good, Gary. You got all the way around that,
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job. You did a good job, Mr. Politician there. I don't know what the hell he's doing being a captain, but I do know that he's probably smart enough and been around long enough to pick the players, because it's the team that wins the event, not the captains. And if he's smart enough and he picks up people that were past captains or people that could help him out to give those talks, to do this, to do that, I just hope that these players don't cut him short. Different than Steve now.
Yeah.
Here's the captain, went ahead and he scheduled meetings and practice round. Don't come like Lefty, another Lefty that boner, what's his name? Phil, he goes ahead and he comes there with a brand new set of clubs, never played, and he's coming to play in the Ryder Cup and wonder why he got beat. I mean, that's the type of deal. So it's the planning. I'm just hoping that he's around. He's old enough planning, but he gets those people around because, it's the team.
Yeah.
And it's those guys that you pick that get along. I mean, when you had there were two guys on the team. Who were they? Arguing all the time. Who hugged each other after it was all done. Both guys. The guy who just won the Open.
Reed, maybe?
The guys who just won the Open. Who won?
Well, Bryson DeChambeau.
DeChambeau, and then the other guy.
Brooks Koepka.
Koepka.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now, in coaching, it's very difficult to get all the players with the same chemical or the characteristics. If you can get them that they get because opposites attract, and they get stronger as they come for a team. That's team making. I mean, I did this when we I mean, I had guys, some of them couldn't stand each other until it was time to play.
Yeah.
Don't fool with us then,
Yeah.
They're going to beat you. But other than that, terrible. But when it came time in that van, when they got in there and they got to the tournament, there was no doubt that this team was going to beat everybody. Well, you have to have that. That's coaching.
Hey, Gary, I'm curious. We don't hear anything about merge conversation in the national golf media with LIV and the PGA. And at some point a year ago, it was either a done deal and then it didn't happen. But another point, hey, that we think there's a deal. In your conversations with other members of the National Golf Writers Association, why is there no conversation about this? Why is there no news coverage? Is nothing happening?
I don't think anything is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever progress they're supposedly making, it's got to be very incremental because there hasn't been any big breaks in these conversations or any big news that has come out of these talks. And I think they're infrequent talks too. It's not like these guys are getting together, a couple of times a week and talking it out. I mean, they've only met a couple times. So who knows? I mean, LIV is going ahead and scheduling out through 2025 now. The PGA Tour is going to be working on its, schedule far into the future. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't think anybody, even the guys in the talks, I don't think they know what's going to happen.
Gary, I don't know if you saw the article or not, but Hank Haney wrote an article and he said the media is corrupt. The golf media is corrupt. The difficulty on the PGA Tour is falling. No one media member has written an article or talked about it's easier to win on the PGA Tour. He said LIV Golf helps players improve their careers. Any validity, any thought, any comment on Hank Haney saying that?
I don't agree with him, for one thing. Easier to win on the PGA Tour when the tour is, even with the LIV guys who have gone over there, it's still deeper than it was 10 years ago, and that tour was deeper than the previous 10 years. So easier to win, I don't know what he bases that on. The depth, I mean, the guy who's ranked 150th in the world can win any week, and I don't think that was the case 30 years ago. So I would disagree with Mr. Haney on that one.
Yeah, attaboy.
There we go. I'm also curious as a deeper view, the LPGA Tour, as it relates to even the PGA Tour, the names that are the top players on television are not a big draw. Now, you can't create that, right? It has to happen naturally. It happened with Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus. It happened with Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. But it's been a bit. It happened sort of with Rory, but now those who have come on the scene haven't been able to maintain. Do you think behind the scenes there's a little worry about television dollars and ratings because of the personality, not the game, but the personality or lack thereof that's on tour?
I think a little bit, Mike, because, TV ratings, they've been up in a couple tournaments, but by and large across the board have been down this year. And even a guy like Scottie Scheffler, who is, the best player in the world right now and seems like he's winning still every other start. He's got a wonderful personality, but it's not a charismatic personality. It's not an Arnold Palmer type personality. He's just a good, down-to-earth, genuinely good person. Is it hard for people to hitch their wagon to that kind of guy? I don't know. If he keeps winning,
sure.
And he keeps not picking off majors, I think that could change a little bit. But yeah, there aren't too many, others outside of Rory and a couple other guys. There aren't too many real charismatic type of guys that, when they come on the TV, whatever you're doing, you put down and you watch them hit a shot. There's not too many of those kind of guys.
One final one for you, Gary, before you leave. You've written a lot of articles about a guy that had a lot of potential in Wisconsin in Jordan Nieberge. Dennis has worked with him on his game and that kind of thing. He's now become an assistant coach. It may be temporary, who knows, but it seems like that's a pretty good choice. He was a 4-time academic All-American. He lived the college life. He played on the Pro Tour. Admits he made some mistakes. I would think he would be a good person to relate to in terms of that team, right?
Oh, absolutely. If I'm a high school player and I'm looking around at Division I colleges, and maybe I'm not quite good enough to go to an Oklahoma State or a Stanford or pick your Southeast Conference school. If I'm that kind of player and I'm good enough to play D1, I'm looking at this assistant coach at Marquette and saying, man, if I'm a sponge, I can learn so much from this guy who, set a scoring record for amateurs in the British Open, low amateur, swept the table in 2013. He won just about everything he entered, including the Western Amateur and the U.S. Amateur Public Links. And he's done and seen everything. So, yeah, if I'm a high school kid, I'm going, I want to go to Marquette and learn from this guy. Now, you said something at the very beginning. Who knows how long it's going to be? Because I think Jordan still has designs on playing, and if he can get his game back in shape, if his back heals up, and he can practice enough, at some point I think he'll try to resume his playing career. So we'll see where that goes.
Gary D'Amato, last one. The coverage of golf never stops at Wisconsin.golf. So what do you have coming up?
Yeah, well, the first couple rounds of the women's state amateur today. I know Izzy Stricker had to withdraw with, I think, a little bit of a neck injury. So the final rounds tomorrow. I'm going up to Mequon to cover that, and then we've got a Q&A with Danny Rainbow, Century World, running in a couple days, and then next week the state amateur, men's state amateur. So a lot of stuff coming up.
Very good, Gary D'Amato. Always good to talk to you. Thanks for spending time with us.
Thanks so much, guys.
Gary D'Amato, president of the National Golf Writers Association of
Good.
America.
He's pretty good boy,
pretty good guy,
but he's
huh?
a politician. You see that?
He did walk around.
Oh, he walked all the way around.
And very nicely done.
Didn't answer nothing.
When we come back, we'll take to the lesson T, and that's coming up next as we continue on Talking Golf from TPC Wisconsin.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance, like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
University Ridge has been the proud host of the American Family Insurance Championship since 2016. We've enjoyed working with the American Family team to create 9 years of magical moments at University Ridge. Open to the public and consistently considered one of the best values in the country, University Ridge is the place for golf in southern Wisconsin. Book your tee time up to 90 days out online at universityridge.com. Play where the Badgers and the pros play, University Ridge.
When you or a loved one could use a helping hand, turn to the caring team of experts in senior living at Oak Park Place. This is Paul Braun, and when I needed someone to help me navigate senior living for my wife, I called Oak Park Place. They were with me every step of the way from the first call through move-in day. Choose a community that promotes independence when you want it, assistance when you need it. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
TPC Wisconsin offers fantastic facilities for the whole family. They not only provide members with 18 holes of an elite golfing caliber challenge, but an Olympic-sized swimming pool, spacious accommodations for family gatherings, weddings, corporate business meetings, and a variety of programs for the junior golfers. Question is, are you up for the TPC Wisconsin fantastic facilities? Now's the time to tee up a TPC membership. Call 608-249-1000.
Relationships.
Building them.
Making them last a lifetime.
Since 1978, Clary has worked to develop true relationships with you, our customers. Hi, I'm Sean Cleary, president of Cleary Building Corp. Relationships are what drive our success. So whether you are looking at storage for your toys or a new ag building, we hope to exceed your expectations each time we serve you. We are here for every stage of your life. Build your dreams today at clearybuilding.com.
Back on Talking Golf at TPC here in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Paul Braun along with Travis Becker, who's Director of Golf Instruction, involved with the Golf Academy. And Travis, let's talk in general terms about the Golf Academy. And the thing that I think is very impressive, let's start with the students and all of the students you have and the benefits of the students getting assistance here at the Golf Academy. For example, high school boys.
Yeah, so the boys season just concluded here in the spring. We probably have a total of close to 100 high school boys under our instructional arm between all of our coaches out here. We had a very successful season there with our students. The students had a very successful season. We had 23 state qualifiers. We had 7 regional champs, 4 sectional champs, 1 state champion, 3 runner-ups at the state tournament, and then we had 20 of those players made all-state team selections from the first team, second team, third team to honorable mention.
And you can't neglect the girls, and you don't. There's a lot of success in that area, too.
A lot of success. Their season will get started here in August for 2024, their high school season. We have a number of high school girls that are competing right now on WPGA events. Some are AJGA events. So they're traveling across the country. We just had a young girl who's 12 years old who just got back from Florida who played in a national Under Armour tournament down there.
And you see a lot of college players out here, too. And when you look at the facilities and the quality of instruction, I don't think it's any mystery why a lot of them are here.
Right. Well, we're fortunate enough to have Dennis and Larry Tiziani, who have obviously 2 of the best instructors in probably the country that have been doing this for a long time, and to have them 2 mentor our team of coaches is second to none. And then with the facilities that we have here, the golf course is it's a PGA golf course. It's a championship course that's going to test anyone's skills. It's going to make you better whether you're a beginner, high handicap, or you're a tour professional. It's here to sharpen your game. And then the practice facilities here are second to none with the golf range, the putting green, and the new short game area that's coming in.
And Dennis and Larry don't like talking about this, and I don't know the specific numbers because I've tried to get them to look back at some of the kids that have gone on, but they probably have had hundreds of kids go on to college getting hundreds of thousands of dollars of scholarship.
Correct. Just this year alone, I have my list here in front of me, but we have 14 of our students that have gotten college golf scholarships that will be going into college this fall. And that's just 1 year, and they've been doing this for 50 years, so they've had hundreds of players go through our program and have success.
You're also involved in the kids and the college players in tournaments and that kind of thing too, aren't you?
Correct. Yeah, we like to go and observe the players. It's what they do in front of you on the golf range may be different what they do under competition. So getting out there and seeing them and watching them and making notes and just keep tweaking little things here and there.
And there's a junior league, isn't there? I've seen a number of young people out here.
Yeah, so the PGA Junior League is a great program. The program that we offer is for 13 and under. We had an event this last Saturday where we had about 50 kids participating in it. We had 3 teams playing against 3 other teams. And then there was probably 100 parents or spectators out watching it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We've got a really good team. We're excited with that. We're going to be taking on some all-star teams around the state of Wisconsin. We're kind of starting a new program with the PGA here in the state, and hopefully we can get a team that can represent Wisconsin when it comes down to postseason play.
How about finding somebody that can go to the drive, chip, and putt at Augusta?
Yes. So I was fortunate last year. I had a young girl named Tatum Oswald who made it to Augusta, and she ended up taking 3rd place. She was in the 11-year-old age division. But that was our second student to come through our program and make it to Augusta. And hopefully in 2024, we'll have 1 or 2 more qualifiers make it.
And I understand now you're going to have the academy, and that is the construction on that, as I understand it, is actually going to start sometime in July. And this is going to be a beautiful facility here for people to get instruction. Just kind of give us the synopsis of that building.
Yeah, so it's going to have 4 25-foot bays that'll have so 4 rooms. They'll have 2 of the rooms will be outfitted probably with TrackMan technology, where we'll have the garage door that opens up. So if we want to view ball flight, we can do that. We'll also have on inclement weather days where we can have a retractable screen come down in front of the garage door and use TrackMan to do indoor work, or you could even play golf on a simulator in it. We will have the putting lab up there with Sam Putt Lab. We're looking at a couple other pieces of technology that will help with the biomechanics measuring, maybe some ground force plates. We just got to see what Dennis's budget's all about there.
And I'll tell you, though, when you look at this total facility now and that type of thing, and I can see the sparkle in your eye and that kind of thing, I think for parents, if they have young people that want to be serious about playing golf and getting better, this is shaping up to be one of the premier places, maybe not only in Wisconsin, but in the Midwest for all of this.
100%. We, we're hoping to take those. We spend a lot of time with kids. We do also do a lot of instruction with adults, but our passion for a couple of us coaches are with the kids and taking them, whether it's taking them from middle school to play high school golf, or taking them from high school to play college, or taking them from college to play at the next level. We think we have everything under one roof when it comes to the instruction side, the playing side, the mental game side, the fitness side, the club fitting side. We have basically a team of us. So it's like a PGA Tour player, how they have a team of people around them. We have that here for the average, ordinary golfer.
And so if you're a parent out there and you're thinking of Jenny or Don, I'm going to get them the instruction, give them the instructions on how they can do it and what they can look forward to.
Yes. Easiest way to find us, again, is right through our website, tpcwisconsin.com. We have a Golf Academy Learning Center that they can click on and fill out some information, and our coaches will get back to them within 24 hours. We do some consulting with them if they wanted to come in and they have questions. If their son or daughter is interested in playing college golf or playing high school golf, we'd love to create a roadmap for them and help them with their goals.
How many times have you been Teacher of the Year in Wisconsin?
4 times.
There you go. And that's Travis Becker. I'm Paul Braun, and we'll be back after this timeout here at TPC Wisconsin.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's the best part. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Bobby is ready.
In every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Now is the time to take the short drive to Wild Rock Golf Club and experience championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Located in the Wisconsin Dells, this Herdsden Fry masterpiece offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes with greens that roll fast and true. Cut from the natural beauty of the Dells, Wild Rock is sure to dazzle your senses. Secluded and sheltered from the outside world, Wild Rock is unlike any place you've played before. Come be part of the Wild Rock experience by booking your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
Hi, it's Matt LePay, and if you're a homeowner, this message is for you. If you're tired of worrying about your roof, siding, or gutters, look no further than Ridgetop Exteriors. With over 22 years of experience, they've got you covered, literally. From roofing to siding, windows to doors, and everything in between, trust Ridgetop Exteriors to enhance your home's curb appeal and protect it from the elements. Call them today for a free consultation and experience the peace of mind that comes with quality craftsmanship. Get started at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Are you in need of some rehabilitation to get you back on your feet after a fall or surgery? This is Paul Braun with Oak Park Place. Make a call to Oak Park Place Rehabilitation to develop a customized plan with their highly trained therapy staff. Whether it's inpatient or out, they will work with your physician to get you back on your feet fast. Located on the east and west side of Madison and in Janesville, Oak Park Place Senior Living. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more. TPC Wisconsin is the Total People Center, offering you and your family a totally enjoyable experience. That includes a challenging 18-hole layout, a good variety of programs for junior golfers, indoor and outdoor tennis, athletic performance center, swimming pool, luxurious locker room, and spacious accommodations for family gatherings and weddings. TPC Wisconsin, a Total People Center and a complete game for the whole family. For membership details, call 608-249-1000.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's the best part. New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Back at TPC Wisconsin, along with Mike Heller, Dennis Tiziani, I'm Paul Braun, and joining us now is Bobbi Stricker. And Bobbi, I saw you and your dad and your mom out here the last couple of days, and you guys are practicing and playing holes and that kind of thing. Little friendly competition going on between maybe you and your dad or you and your mom?
Yes. So we've all kind of been grinding. A couple days ago, Izzy and I played an 18-hole match, and I got the best of her on the last hole. It came down to the last hole, which was so fun. Big money match. She was not happy.
Sure. Yeah, right.
And then, my dad and I have played, what have we done? We've done 3 18-hole matches over the last 3 days. Tied the first 18 holes. I beat him yesterday, which was huge. I want everybody to know that I beat him. And then today he absolutely killed me, though. So
yeah.
I knew that was coming. He beat me 5-4, or 5-4.
Yeah.
Yep, I think that's what it ended. So
you got under his skin a little.
I definitely did, yeah. But it was fun. It's so good. We were talking about it, how cool that competition is, and like I said, it started with my sister earlier this week, and then to be able to hang with my dad is kind of a cool thing. So it's been good practice.
I would expect that that today you got his full fury then in that way.
Yeah.
Right. I mean. Obviously, what do you learn, because you're playing a different set of tee, but what do you learn about his mental approach when you're playing a friendly that isn't necessarily friendly?
Yeah, we actually played match play too, which is a format that we just don't play often in tournament competition. So that was also kind of fun. Completely different. You do different things. You play more aggressively because you're not playing for a score. You're just losing the one hole, you know? If you make a big number, you're just losing that one hole. So it's a little bit different, but I mean, yesterday he didn't play very well, and it was cool to see today. I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew that was going to be the case today. It was just going to be different. But it's cool. We're both grinding, and like I said, to be able to hang with him and know that he's grinding, he was irritated yesterday when he wasn't making putts and I was beating him. So it is cool. It is. It's just really good practice for us to stay in that competitive mode when we're home.
Bobbi, what if we can just chat a bit about it? What do you think the frame of mind of Steve is right now as he gets ready to play in the 4th major this weekend? You're with him all the time. You're watching him play. Some issues with putting and that kind of thing. Overall, how would you assess where he's at right now?
He's really motivated right now, and this always happens. He leaves tomorrow, and this always kind of happens towards the time that he's going to leave and to go compete. He gets different. You can tell that he's grinding and wheels are spinning. Like you said, it's known that he's maybe been struggling with his putting, and he's been trying different putters. And my mom's been gone; she just got back today, so I've been able to go out with him and talk to him about kind of what he's thinking about. And his wheels are turning on how to get his putter rolling, like we all know Steve Stricker can.
Yeah.
And he went back to his old putter. He played in a tournament.
It was going to be my next question. Yeah.
Yeah, he played in the tournament. What was that? The U.S. Open, and had a new putter, and he loved it, and he was really excited about it, and then played with it the first couple days at home here, and today he went back to his other putter and made a lot. So, and then tweaking his driver. Yeah, he's getting in the mode, and he, like I said, he seemed really, really motivated today. So I'm excited to watch him play next week.
Dennis, you were talking about tweaking a little bit of Steve's driver. I know we got Bobby on the phone here, but talk a little bit about what you're seeing there or what he was doing.
Well, the driver, he keeps fooling with that, and he's fooling with the driver, not his swing.
Yeah.
So if he finds the right tweak, in this particular case, he was having a hard time moving it right to left. That was not him.
Yeah.
That was the clubs. We tweaked it just enough, and then I watched him play those holes. It was just perfect. I mean, if he drives it like that, which he will, especially there, which he has to do at that course, that's one thing. But the big item was when I saw him play, making putts, and the ball was rolling. I mean,
you didn't think that putter was going to make this trip, though.
No, I thought we'd put it right in the crematory over there.
I wondered if it was in the ocean.
No. Well, he's smart enough to know that it's it's not the arrow, man.
Yeah.
And when you look back, and that's the putter you had right there, doesn't talk, doesn't say anything. He made every putt everywhere. But wait a minute. Who's got the putter?
Yeah.
Right. So that's the whole idea. But I know that, and I talked to you about this before, that a lot of things in his life were going on.
Yep.
There was a lot of stuff culminated by his dad's passing.
Sure.
That was a hard thing.
Yeah.
Very difficult thing, and it's just a matter of time before it crescendoed, and you got to recognize that. Get away, which he did.
Sure.
He quit. He didn't go to the PGA. He's up fishing. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
And now then you start over, and then you build up to that crescendo again, and that's what he did.
Bobby, are you much of an equipment tweaker? Is equipment a big, or do you like to stay where you are with your wedges and your putter in particular?
It's actually really fun you asked that because I leave tomorrow to go out to Titleist in California to actually have a fitting. So, no, I don't normally do that. But I was going to make a comment about the putters. I know my dad has talked about this with me because I like to. My putter starts to look funny, either looking down it starts to look left, or just things start to get weird.
Yeah.
And and kind of speaking to what my dad did, it's almost like a training aid sometimes to get another putter in your hand to maybe feel something different and then like go back to your gamer, which is kind of what my dad did. I feel like get something else. You're looking at something else, maybe a different feeling, but it almost makes your gamer putter better. And I did that a lot in college. I do that still a lot now, where I'll putt with something else, and then my one that I usually putt with feels just unreal. So, but yeah, I'm going out tomorrow actually to California I have some gaps in my bag that I need to address before Q school happens, and maybe a new driver. Izzy's hitting it past me now. Can't have that happen. So maybe a different driver. But no, I'm not really a tweaker until it needs to really be addressed, I guess.
Bobby, before we let you go and get off to California, you mentioned Q school and that. So in the near future, is your plan kind of coming into play here now in putting it all in place?
Yeah. I really feel like it is. I'm really excited I feel like I've been saying this every week, but really excited with where my game's at. And it's keeping this trend going, and hoping that I peak at the end of August. And I got to play with my dad the last 3 days, and it's cool to just have him see what I'm doing and then kind of validate what I am doing. And I am progressing, and we'll see. I played in a couple tournaments before that, and we'll see how they go. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Bobby, good luck, and thank you for joining us on the show. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Bobby.
That's Bobby Stricker, and we'll be back to close it out after this timeout here at TPC Wisconsin.
Derek Jeter for American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they'll help protect your family's dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, we have liftoff, or a budding prima ballerina, you can count on an American Family Insurance agent to help you dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment, you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
University Ridge has been the proud host of the American Family Insurance Championship since 2016. We've enjoyed working with the American Family team to create 9 years of magical moments at University Ridge. Open to the public and consistently considered one of the best values in the country, University Ridge is the place for golf in southern Wisconsin. Book your tee time up to 90 days out online at universityridge.com. Play where the Badgers and the pros play. University Ridge.
Oak Park Place Memory Care Communities meet residents where they are in the journey with Alzheimer's and other form of dementia. This is Paul Braun for Oak Park Place. When you need to take that first step and learn more, turn to the experts at Oak Park Place. You'll meet a compassionate team who will help residents find purpose tailored to individual needs through a success-oriented program. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Crepes. Do you spend more time searching for your ball than actually playing? Well, listen up. Cleary has the perfect solution for you. The Cleary Golf Getaway is the perfect addition to any commercial or storage building. Picture this. Your custom getaway complete with a fresh-cut putting green and a clubhouse so cozy you'll make it your second home. Hi, I'm Sean Cleary. We all need a little getaway, so why not go for the green with a new Cleary building?
If you're a golfer who likes a challenge, consider being a member at TPC Wisconsin. The course provides you with a very challenging 18-hole layout that makes you think before you hit your next shot. After your round, you can relax at the completely renovated clubhouse. The new facility includes 3 restaurants, tennis courts, driving range, and programs for juniors, plus other great amenities. Are you up for the TPC Wisconsin Challenge? For details on becoming a member, 608-249-1000.
All right, our final thoughts on this Monday night, talking golf. Mike Heller, Dennis Tiziani, Paul Braun from TPC Wisconsin in Madison. And it seems, Dennis, that the weather has finally arrived as well. We've had so much rain, but now we're in a hot cycle and temperatures in the 80s. And I think for golf courses, finally we're going to get into a weather pattern where we don't have to worry about so much rain.
Well, I feel good about that because there's a lot of people that have golf courses here that we're hoping get open, but, they're just getting started to get back. Now, we were lucky, obviously, because, we took care of the drainage and stuff like that. I mean, we were played the following morning at 7 o'clock. We had carts out, so it was different than it used to be. But I'm glad that they can get back because you start missing, we didn't have such a good rounds of golf in the spring.
Yeah. Right.
The shoulder months. Now they're getting into their money months, 13 weeks. You can't be taken. Otherwise, there's going to be some issues at the end. Hopefully, summertime goes good, and then the fall, they pick up some rounds then. But the business of this water, and then we're all connected. When they shut the gates down here, the dike, the water doesn't go out.
Yeah.
So the water comes back.
Yeah.
It comes back.
Right.
We don't want that. So, I'm happy now that we're going to be off and running, and they're going to be back on stream, and people are going to start playing golf again.
It's a great place to come visit if you haven't been to TPC Wisconsin. Come out, take a tour, and see what this membership is all about here in Madison. I hope that we get a chance to visit with Steve on next Monday night, the Bridgestone Senior Players Championship going on at Firestone South, and Steve is on his way to play that tournament at the end of the week. And then next week is the Open Championship at Royal Troon. It's the Scottish Open this weekend. We will talk to you a week from tonight. Again, for Paul Brown and Dennis Tiziani, I'm Mike Heller, talking golf at TPC Wisconsin, Madison.